Well, yeah. What does it feel like? Well, I've never been hit with a boxing glove, so I don't know whether. Is it more cushiony?
No.
Is it a heavier hit?
Do you know what? There's a big difference between being hit with a 16-ounce glove and a 10-ounce. I'll give you that. Because do you know what happens as well? I know it's naughty, but what some of the guys do is when they put their gloves on, they obviously get their hands wrapped, and when they put their gloves on, they'll sink the knuckles into the gloves.
Right, yeah.
And you can feel it when someone's whacking.
Is that what they're doing?
That's exactly what you're doing.
Pushing it in. Oh,
yeah,
that's crazy.
breaking the foam, because it's only foam, isn't it? You know, so imagine going out there and getting your washing up sponge, putting it around your knuckles, and then punching.
So I can imagine the power dissipates when you're getting tired.
Yeah, of course.
So obviously, those hits towards the end of the rounds. I mean, what do they feel like towards?
Well, you're tired as well.
7, 8th round. So you're right.
You're tired as well. So imagine when you're. I mean, I haven't gone 7, 8 rounds yet. But do you know when you're?
Are we going back to the porn thing?
When you definitely ain't going 7, 8 rounds then.
Oh mate,
ain't going 7, 8 minutes.
How many is that? 24 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like 6 times. Isn't it?
No. Sprint on that marathon runner. For all you ladies out there.
The things I can do in 30 seconds.
So, I mean,
the positions I can do.
Nobody wants Usain Bolt, do they? So
no.
There you go.
It's over 100 metres, yeah.
Anyway, when you're tired, when you get hit, it hurts. Yeah. It hurts more. Do you know what I mean? Because it takes more energy away from you, doesn't it?
Because I suppose when you get in the ring, first 2-3 rounds, although you got the adrenaline kicking in the whole sort of how many rounds you're going to be doing, but first 3 rounds the adrenaline is even higher, isn't it? Because you're walking out, you're starting like as soon as you get into the if you're lucky enough to get in 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, you start calming down, don't you? Do you know what I mean? You start to
do you know
absorb the atmosphere.
Do you know
I forget it's almost there again. I mean, it's your first arena fight, so like
it'll be
interesting.
You
shit yourself.
No, not at all. Do you know what I've started to do?
That crowd of people.
No, I'm really excited.
So I was talking to Mace about this with X Factor, like how do you... Like I've done talks to people, 10, 15, 20, 30 people. I've been asked to talk in front of 500 people and I won't do it. Can't do it. Like you guys are happy to go out there in front of an audience. How do you cope with that? Like I'm asking about
how do you deal with that, Mace? Because you've performed in front of thousands and thousands of people. So what's...
Yeah, I think...
Do you picture them naked?
No, I think beforehand...
Big rocker.
If there's some really cute girls in the front, then hell no, that's not good. That's not the good way to go. But I think beforehand, you do feel it, like you feel the adrenaline. But it's just learning how to curb that in a way where it adds to your performance. Because once you get on stage and you feel that, even if it's just a generic cheer or it's not for you or whatever, once you feel that the energy of an audience, like you can easily convert that into energy for yourself then. And it adds to your confidence because you're like you get that buzz and that adrenaline rush and you're just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And it's more so when you come off, you don't want when you leave the stage, you're like, man, I don't know how I come down from this.
Like you two, when you walk out to an audience or a crowd like that, they're all screaming, they're all chanting. There's noise, isn't there? When you talk, like if I was to ask to go to like a marketing agency convention, something, where I'm saying like a seminar or something, and I'm asked to speak in front of 300 people, they're sitting there silent. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's the pressure. Like when you walk out, you've got noise, there's level there. It's almost like you're standing in front of an audience where they're expecting to listen to...
And I guess your words then are going to...
But they listen to that more.
It's our action, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think with you, it's more about...
Well, it's a bit both for you. It's action and words, isn't it? Because you're singing. But for you, singing ain't going to help you, is it? No.
I guess at one point...
Stop punching me in the face.
You know they're there to be entertained, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know these people are there to be entertained. So I guess if you're just doing a speech or something, you've got that instant thought of judgment because people are there to either judge you on what you're saying and then be motivated by what you're saying. Right. But here it's just like, well, they just want to see someone get beat up anyway. So that's the appeal.
Do you know what? I think you're right there. I think as boxers, people often forget. People so focus on keeping that or going out and getting a win. Yes, first and foremost, that is the most important. But ultimately, people are going out there spending their hard-earned money. Yeah. And their hard-earned cash.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not cheap, is it, boxing?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Someone just
go and watch it live.
100, 150 quid, 60 quid, whatever it is. People never buy one ticket today. They'll buy 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it's going to be. So you imagine, asking someone to part with that cash, plus petrol money. There's always parking at these places. Yeah. And there's always drinks and food. So before you know, you spent a couple of $100 by going out there. Right? I'm not trying to put anybody off, but it can be an expensive night.
Yeah. So
it's only right for us as entertainers, and they should be in the same boat as this. you know, to go out there and put on a show. I would hope that people want to come and watch my fights because they're entertained by the way I box. Yeah. It's not going to suit everybody, but I do understand that. I want them entertained, so I'm going to put on a show for them. Yeah. But I don't want them to come to see me because I talk shit and I want to bang people out, or I say I'm going to bang people out.
You wait till they listen to this podcast.
Yeah. Hashtag fuck Josh. No, you see what I mean. Yeah. Like, it's all right having banter and a laugh and all that kind of stuff. But I guess you kind of have to be a bit realistic, and I'm a bit of a.
But this is why I'm saying, like, with the structure of boxing, you've got the fight itself, but you've got everything around it, haven't you? Why give up what you've done before? Because you've been a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you know, you've been very successful in your life. But then you've always had that. Is an element of like, if I don't have a go now, I'll regret it.
I think so.
Are you bothered? Yeah. Do you want to be where you need to be?
I want to be as far as I possibly can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't get there, which isn't going to happen, but if you don't get there, like in business, when you set yourself a target, like you do, you know where you want to be as an artist. You want to change people's mindset about music now because of the changes that needs to happen in the music industry. Yeah. It's shit. Do you know what I mean? You see what's going out there, and we've talked about this in meeting after meeting that we've had. We've talked about this every studio session we've had. Like, there's so many things happening in life at the moment where we all get into this path of this is what's got to be done. What I'm trying to say to you is, with the boxing and you with the music, you both have got the ability to achieve wherever you want to go, but at the same time you've got to dabble into those various things. You've got to create that persona. Like if you're quiet all the time,
play the game.
You've got to play the game. But then you've got to change the direction of the game.
John, my attitude is this: I'd rather shoot and miss than not shoot at all.
That's great. That's great.
And I look at it and think, well, you know what? I have tried lots of different things. Yeah. You know, I left school with no qualifications, no skills, no nothing. Yeah. I was a business owner. I was a franchise owner. Yeah. My own franchise. And people said you couldn't do it. Yeah. See what I mean?
Yeah, but doesn't that make you want to fucking do it?
Makes you want to do more, yeah, exactly.
I love it when somebody says...
I believe I'm in control of anything that goes on in my life. Yeah. However, you need the right people, right circle of friends, and you need to keep your nose out of certain things. See what I mean? To keep yourself, you know... And then you go out there, and then I was given this opportunity as a boxer, and I said no. Yeah. Because I didn't believe. Yeah. I didn't truly believe it. And then when you have people that...
But is that because you were making money...
elsewhere,
so you didn't have to put yourself in a ring?
Why am I going to get punched in the face?
Exactly.
I'm comfortable. I've got 2 cars. I've got a house. I've got everything I want. Do you know what I mean? And why am I going to get punched in the face?
Because you have a passion for it.
Right. So then, in the face. Hit me. But do you know what happens? Right. I literally had a certain amount of people come around me and say, "Listen, do you know what? This doesn't." Well, they said to me, "You know what? Less than 2 people turn professional in their given sport. So you look at how many people in the world play football. Yeah. How many people actually?
Yeah, so many good footballers that make
right.
it. Yeah.
So on and so forth. And the same with boxers. And out of those that do turn over, how many actually make it big? Yeah. Not many of them. So there was like, well, if you've been given this talent, right, why waste it? Yeah. And I thought...
People make excuses though, don't they?
Yeah, and I was doing that.
Yeah.
I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too on... Well, you can't do nothing about your age, but in terms of in your division, you're not really old. Yeah. You look at the people like Klitschko's, you look at people like...
But even if you get in at a later time in life, it doesn't matter because you're doing it now.
Exactly.
Like you addressed the point where you thought, I've made too many excuses.
I really think that in these sports and in life, age is one of those barriers that always comes up. It's always a thing. Like being too old for something is always a thing, and I guess that mentally, obviously, when you know the power of what your brain can do, then your brain will create that issue, and I guess it will create that age in you. Like, I don't want to grow up. I don't want to be old. And I think that I'll still be this way even when I'm 40, 50. Yeah. Because that's the way my mindset will stay, and I think it's possible to do that. I think that there are people like Russell Simmons and these people who are like 60 and they're still putting their feet behind their head and doing yoga and stuff. Like, it's possible to stay young, eat right, eat the right things, exercise, whatever. I think you're still like, especially like, you know, the peak of a man is like in your 30s anyway.
Right. And you know what? I think it's how you keep your body, isn't it? If you're one of them that's going out there on a piss every weekend, smashing down drugs, doing this, doing that, whatever, it's different because your body takes a toll. I don't drink alcohol, I don't take drugs, I don't do any of these things. So I thought, you know what? My body's in good condition. Right, I was a bit overweight. I had to lose a bit of weight, so I got them long, awful bloody runs. But you know what? You get out and you go and do what you do.
Who likes running?
Nobody sucks ass. But you go out there and you do.
But if you put a Mason track on.
What are they? Hey, do you know what? Believe it or not, I actually had Loco on. No, yeah, the other day. Yeah,
but you can't run forwards like that. You run sideways like a crook.
Do you know what? I have to shout at you a little bit, mate, actually, because it made me run fast and I was knackered. Because the tempo was like picks up a bit.
Great tempo.
So
you have a natural rhythm.
So imagine I've got before that because it was just like I've got it on my phone, so download.
It's available on Spotify.
Yeah, innit? I've got it on my phone. So literally, it come on after Dr. Dre's the what's it called? The one with the green writing on.
Oh, 2001.
2001, yeah, Chronic 2001. Yeah. So come on after that. So I'm running at a nice pace because it's all the same tempo. Yeah. Throughout the whole. Yeah, do you see what I mean? So I'm running along like, and then on comes Loco, and I'm just like, so I'm speeding up a bit more, speeding up a bit more. By the time we'd done off, I was knackered. I was like, what the fuck's
Next time I see mate.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, you see, for me, one of the things that I want to do is I'm from Wolverhampton originally, and it's not the greatest place on earth. And
it's all right, nice place.
You know, yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like I said, we've had a bit of a jagged past, to say the least.
Yeah.
Certainly, like being a youngster, and then so literally all I want to do is I want to be able to get myself to a certain standard at a level where I am recognised, I am known. One, because the financial part of that then supports my daughter, which is ultimately why I box and why I do what I do. And secondly, so I'm giving back to the wider community. I generally believe in 3 circles. Most people live within the first 2. So the first circle being yourself. Second circle being your immediate family and friends.
Yeah, little kingdom.
Yeah, third circle being the wider community. Most people don't give a shit about the wider community.
No.
Do you see what I mean? So what I want to try and then do is become somebody. And you guys know that I do quite a bit for charity. I want to then be able to go out and say, right, go and speak to these people who've been in the position that I'd been previously in, or maybe worse, and be able to say, listen, if I can do it being nobody, because there's nothing special about me.
Well, you are a somebody. Everybody is a somebody. I disagree. Of course. I think everybody is a somebody.
Well, you do understand what I'm trying to get at. Because people view people as people once they've achieved something.
They think that they've got there without the fight, the struggle.
That's it. And some people do.
But that's the excuse, isn't it? This is what we go back to. Like, you look at somebody who says, well, I want to be that person. I want to be that influencer. I want to be that businessman. But then they're sitting there just constantly looking at people's content.
Yeah.
Inspired. And then they do this. Put it back down. Like, nobody... There's not a single person that has got to where they have successfully, easily.
But that's the power of fear. That's the power of what fear does to you. Fear of failing is essentially what it is. And I think that there are so many people that aren't fulfilled in life, and they're missing, because we have a natural selfish nature kind of built into us, like from the day we're born. I think like people miss the boat on the fact that the thing that really makes you fulfilled in life is adding to the community, is adding to the planet, is doing something for the progression of this human civilization, and leaving something behind, and leaving some kind of ripple in humanity. And I think that's what people miss, and that is the last kind of component which really can make you feel fulfilled in life, when you take the self out of it and think, okay, well, how can I really, if this wasn't about me, how can I leave a ripple so that everyone else can really live a better life after this?
Well,
but going back to the community thing, which is relative to what we were just talking about now, what would you say to people out there that are considering getting into a sport that they've always wanted? You know, the guys that are really making excuses every day, the ones, like I said, that are on there constantly looking at content, absorbing it, getting inspired, and then do jack shit with it.
I'll just say, cut the bullshit, stop this. Don't wait for Monday. Do you know them ones? I'll wait for Monday, I'll do it Monday.
WFM.
Go and do it now. Yeah. Cut the bullshit, stop lying to yourself, don't make excuses, just go and get it done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Once you get shit done, it's done.
Make shit happen.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Because it's only you that can make it happen, nobody else. Like, I could say...
That reward feeling as well that you get after you do something
but
like that. But
you've been through moments where you've questioned, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? Like in the last 2-3 years, you've not made excuses, but you've created sort of a reason not to move forward. So I suppose it is making excuses.
Yeah, 100%.
I doubted elements of.
Yeah, and I think like that was just like
because the one thing you've never doubted is your ability to write songs, to perform them, to sing in the studio. No, you ain't. Your confidence, once you're in there, because you're in your, that is your comfort zone, isn't it?
It's more the analytical side afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the best songwriter, I don't think I'm the best producer, I don't think I'm the best anything. But, you know, I guess you just identify, okay, I guess I have an ability here. You know, let's see where it goes. But especially when you're creative or when you want to like perfect your craft, there's always something which is telling you that's not good enough.
But isn't that a creative? In
general,
does that make it better?
I guess it would in the eyes of other people, but you never reach. I think you're always chasing to be the person you want to be until you die. Like you never actually reach that person that you always want to be. And I think it's just being comfortable with the fact that you're not going to do that. It's being comfortable with the fact that you're not ever going to plateau and kind of just, you know, reach a point where you're like, okay, I'm that guy now, I'm happy. Because then it will be boring.
Do you think, though, the guys that are that guys believe they are that guys? Truly?
I am now. I am that person. I watched, I can't remember what it was. It was in a film or a documentary or something once. It talked about that true meaning of happiness. And like people have different levels of...
Yeah, I think being happy with who you are, but it's different to being happy about... How do I say this? I think that I'm very happy with who I am as a person, but when it comes to my music, it comes to my craft, I'll always be striving for better. I'll always be striving for more in my life. I'll always be striving for more in my life, and that's okay. Like I'm happy with that. But then obviously that does come with that perfectionist attitude, and I guess that's a bittersweet thing because it's great when you do get it right, but you'll always hear that little thing. Where you're like, oh God, I wish I could change that, or I should have done this, or should have done that. But you know, that's just one of the things that comes with it all. But then you keep critiquing yourself, and you do get better, and you get better, and you get better. But I think that's the beauty of being an infinite being in this meat shell. Is that's the play. That's the game.
Yeah.
This is infinite, so you can't reach where you think you're heading because it's always one step in front, and you got to keep bettering yourself, and that's the carrot in front of the horse's mouth that you keep chasing. But, you know, I think that's the game, and then it teaches you to enjoy the journey rather than enjoy the end goal, because there's so many people in life that are always waiting for the end goal to be happy. Once I get this, I'll be happy. Once I get the car, I'll be happy. But when they get the car, they want a better car.
Yeah.
When they get the house, they want a bigger house. When they get the relationship, they want, I want this. I want they cheat or they whatever. So they're always looking for the end goal, but then you're never happy. So because they haven't realised yet that all the juice is in right now. It's in the moment. It's right here.
Yeah.
That's where all the juice is. That's where all the satisfaction is. That's where the happiness is. Just being in this moment and just us having a conversation now. It doesn't matter what's going to happen in an hour. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. This is where the happiness is right now.
But can you tell me that someone can generally be inspired by having their arse out, or by some twat walking into a supermarket?
I'm not saying no, I've never.
Or somebody walking into a supermarket and fucking around and slapping people in the face and doing dumb shit that they do for Instagram. That is not inspirational. What that does is that feeds people's ego to think, I can do that. I'm going to do that because it's funny.
But that's
they go out, they get locked up.
Yeah, but this YouTube famous, this Insta famous, we're doing podcasts. This is going out to an audience, so we're all doing it to a degree for a reason, because we believe what we're talking about during whatever podcast we do. We believe people are going to listen to it. Yeah. And they're going to actually get something from it. Not all of it, because a lot of it's shit. A lot of it is just opinion based. It's not going to create, it's not going to change somebody's life tomorrow. But there's key points in this that could actually trigger something in their mind and think, yeah, actually, I'm going to fucking do that tomorrow. I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to make any more excuses. And I'm going to make that phone call. I'm going to make that change. I'm going to give up that job. I'm not going to post as many pictures of me, hardly anything on. I'm not going to take so many photos or Insta stories when I'm at the gym. Because when I look at that, I go on Instagram and I'm looking at people in the gym and I flick through, story quick, like, I know you've got a great body, but what's that doing for me? It doesn't inspire me to get to the gym. However, if that person had posted a photo of what they looked like before they went to the gym, I know you get a lot of these spammy, but they work. But I think it's been used too much. Yeah. But you can imagine an influencer, a real person, somebody that is in the public eye already, makes a change, like you get a lot of Christmas fitness DVDs, get to #1, soap star, whatever, and they've lost 6 stone, and that is the reason they sell out #1 DVDs is that is inspirational. That isn't look at me now on the dog's bollocks. It's look at what I was, and this is what I can do by making these changes.
But does the issue here lie with the people who are posting the photos, or lie with the people that are feeding the photos?
Good question.
Because
that's
if everyone on the planet posted naked photos, there'd be nothing to ever worry about because that would be the new norm. Like if everyone posted naked photos, then everyone would become comfortable with everyone being naked, and it wouldn't be a thing anymore.
Do you know what? I think if you're blessed with the
regardless of what you look like, whether you have a good body or not, if you just post a naked photo and everyone starts doing it becomes the norm, surely, and then it loses the charm of it.
But what I'm trying to say is if you're blessed with the ability to be an influencer and you have that following, you have that following because people are like you, they like what you're doing, then I would say to those people, do whatever you can to help and make people better.
Yeah,
I'm a strong believer in that you should be good alone, but better as a group. You see what I mean?
Yeah. We are now. We've all got our own opinions. Right. We've all got our own.
And that's what I would like from influencers now. I'm not in control of what they do.
Yeah.
I can't say, and there are some great people out there who post great stories, and do inspirational stuff.
Yeah, at Matt Flint.
It's like Matt Flint, yeah. But what I'm saying is, right, you for me, it's about.
If you want to see him in the gym.
Anyway, top off, dickhead. Do you know what? For me, it's about just making sure that people have got that ability to be able to have all of those followers and influence them in the right way. Do you know what I mean? Make them better. Do something to inspire them to say.
That's what we see. That's what we see nowadays. Is such and such is an influencer. Now, the word influence is to make a change. It creates a trigger in somebody.
Yeah, it's used very loosely now.
It is. Yeah, it's not used right.
It's
an influencer is somebody like my dad. Who said to me when I was younger, you can be whatever you want to be if you apply yourself.
Fuck me, I don't know influence.
Yeah.
Mate. I don't know what the fuck he was.
No? Yeah, that's why you're in the ring kicking the shit
out of them, yeah.
Where's my dad?
Yeah, whacking it up.
No, but I see what you're saying. Like the whole
daddy issues.
Yeah, the term of influencer and celebrity they've completely been lost. I mean, it means nothing anymore.
But the difference between role model and influencer are two different things as well. Like a role model is somebody that has a real effect on decision making, or you go to for reassurance. Do you know what I mean? We all need that in our life.
Yeah,
the reason I've done that with business in the past, I've gone into partnerships with people, is because I like that reassurance. I like to bounce my ideas off somebody. I like to know when I'm messing up, when I'm fucking up, that somebody's going to correct me on it, or at least address it and put their opinion in. Do you know what I mean? I think that's important in life.
I think we're all here to learn, aren't we? We're all here to, and we will make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but I do think if you've got the ability. I don't have a crazy following like you do, for an example, but I think that there's certain things that you will do that people will watch and be inspired by and be like, oh, wow, okay, I love that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it empowers someone to just want to do better.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, everyone's entitled to post pictures of whatever you like, do whatever you like, right? That for me doesn't really matter. But if you're an influencer and people are following you, you should be doing the right things for the right people, so people can see and want to either be. People follow you because they want to be like you.
But why do you create an Instagram? I've got Insta profile on here. Oh yeah, I'm getting passionate about shit I do. When we start going, that's it. I don't shut up. I created Insta for the reasons of creating brand awareness. So I want to become that influencer, but I want to do it for the right reasons. I want to do what you've said: help a community, create opportunities for people that are doubting themselves, that have the ability. Everybody out there can make shit happen.
That's right.
It's just having the get up and go. And if these podcasts that we do get listened to by 5 people, 100 people, 10,000 people, but only one of those, we can change that one person's life because we give them enough kick up the arse, pointers, life experiences to make them feel better, then I know that doing this,
we are here for everyone, for us all to elevate, not just for a couple individuals to elevate. But that's how society is geared now. It is geared to the few that succeed and leave all the sheep behind. That's how you have the sheep working for the 3% that own the planet. Like that's how it's geared. Like it's never now a mentality where we can all elevate together. It's not, let's all work together and make this better. Maybe if we're just a little bit nicer to each other, shit could actually be good in this planet. But no, everything's profit driven and everything's, fucking geared towards the big businessman at the top who's taking all the money and leaving, nothing for the little man or for the third world country or whatever. Like that's how it's kind of gauged now. Yeah. So it's about changing the mentality of the planet rather than just, But then it comes back to what you said about if we have more influencers that actually are like this, then maybe shit can move. But now influencer is driven by stupid videos and likes, selfishness, and your own ego, and pushing your own agenda, and you know, getting the watch that you like, or getting the car that you like, getting the girl that you like, or whatever, and just living in your own little bubble.
None of it's really important.
No, none of it is. None of it is.
Do you know what I mean? Rather than, you know what? I mean, everyone likes a nice watch. I love a nice watch. Do you know what I mean? But it's great going out and getting a nice watch. I'd much rather know. How the fuck did you go? How did you go about getting that nice watch? You know what I did?
That's the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, there'll probably be a point now where people are in the clubs and you have some kind of device.
Tap your phone against each other.
Yeah. So you have some kind of device where your phone will locate or bring up all of the people in the room, and you can kind of just look around
Snapchat does that now.
And talk to people.
Snapchat does that now.
It's scary. So you can just talk to people, and then, like you said, maybe there's something where you can touch phones and you instantly
connect.
You instantly connect and change.
Compatible.
It will tell you whether you're compatible. Your touch phone, it will tell you whether you're compatible. Whether
Could you imagine walking into someone, touching a phone and saying, "Nah"? It will be like that.
Would you trust an algorithm that's been generated by technology to control that? Because
look at Match.com.
I love.
Yeah, of course they do. People trust algorithms all the time. Match.com, Puff, all of these type of things.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So, even if you meet face to face, there are profiles on probably both of those, and neither are me here. So just like,
I had a few on some dating websites that weren't me.
My friend, do you know?
I've been catfished so many times.
My friend did that, you know. My own friend.
Yeah, but how many people are using your profile picture anyway to try and make it happen?
Loads of people.
Yeah, I better delete that.
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah. It's funny because, you know, people do it. And like I said, getting into that, I've even seen people walk up to women, not say anything, tap the phone on their shoulder, and we're like, and the girls took the phone, put the number in.
Where's the challenge there? Do you know what I mean? We create opportunity. We're going back to the opportunity, aren't we? You want to create a story.
That's right.
You want to fight. You know, whether you're getting in the ring, you're fighting, you're preparing for it. You're not walking straight in that ring, bang, 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 fight over.
Yeah.
You're training for weeks, months.
Just to build
you know
up.
What I mean? When you're going on tour, you practice non-stop. You're in the studio non-stop.
I think this refers back to the whole end goal thing as well, because I think people meet for the end goal of having sex or whatever, and then that's it. It's cool, but I think it's now, like, I've gotten to the place where I'm so desperate to just have a fulfilling conversation with someone.
Yes,
please,
bro.
Like, to just meet someone in the bar and go, hey, and you're both on the same wavelength, or you're both think about the world in a certain way where you can both just talk, and it doesn't have to go anywhere.
Yes.
You don't have to leave that night and go to the same hotel. You don't have to, you can literally experience each other in that moment, and it's an amazing moment. You're like, wow, that was like, I had a really great conversation. I was fulfilled by that conversation. I know that I got back the amount of energy that I gave in that.
Right.
Whatever you do. Do you know what I mean? You've got to communicate. I think communication is key, without a doubt. And we don't do it enough. Society is coming to this point now where, you know, people don't have conversation anymore. They don't raise their concerns. You know, you look at mental health issues is rife because we're all more stressed. We've got more anxiety. We keep things to ourselves.
Yeah.
We're scared of passing our problems onto other people. Those people have already got those problems. So it's like a vicious circle. Because not only have you got somebody with a mental health issue putting their problems onto you, you've got your own stresses and anxiety to deal with. So you don't actually put out, you know, I'm here for you. But we all are there for each other. Do you know what I mean? But if I knew Macy's going through a bad time, I'll pick up the phone to him.
That's right. This comes back to the whole thing of, if everyone was just a bit nicer to everyone, and was just a bit more compassionate to everyone, and instead of, you know, going on the back foot as soon as someone says something, and actually going, hey, well, you seem a bit angry today. What's going on?
But so much good comes from that.
Yeah.
For the person that you're engaging with and communicating with, and for yourself.
But that takes the element of letting down your own ego to be offended by someone else's attitude, which I think everyone is. If someone's in a bad way or someone's in a bad mood, you automatically let that affect your mood.
But because of this social media life, going back to what we were saying earlier, let's say you've had a really bad day, or you've had a bad day, or whatever it is, or you've had an argument with the wife, or you've dashed your car.
We've got 2 TVs, you just go upstairs.
Yeah.
If I have an argument with Dale, later we're fine again, but I'll get to watch the football, so we always fall out about
Yeah, about 1:30.
Yeah. About 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
But
A bit of a rough for 2 hours.
If that happens, and like I said, somebody sees something on social media, it looks like you're good and you're having a good day, you post something influential. You could be doing that to make yourself feel good. People don't see that. They're like, Mace is cool, Matt's cool. Like,
it's just we're creating these two. It's almost like a shop window, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is a shop window. Everything you see online is a shop window to who you are.
Now, if for example, you've posted every day, and I've seen you post every day, and all of a sudden there's 2 or 3 days goes and no posts, I'm a bit like, shit, but Matt hasn't put. You alright, mate? What's going on?
But that's scary that you have to see that.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because I just believe
it's like if you don't reply to an email within 24 hours. No, 6 hours. You don't reply to somebody's email in 6 hours. They think something's wrong.
Something's up, yeah.
Your business has gone tits up.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? You're not interested in them anymore.
Mm.
Your service levels have dropped because you're taking on too much work. All these questions I've had thrown at me in the past because I've not responded in a time that they think is sufficient.
Yeah.
So what we've done now is change the whole ethos in the business where people communicate. If you want to speak to somebody, pick up the fucking phone and speak to them.
Yeah.
I was on a conversation, I was saying to Mace the other day, I was on a conversation with a well-known brand, not going to name them, well-known brand, sent them quite a lengthy DM, Facebook Messenger, literally bullet pointed everything that I wanted out of that conversation, for them to then reply, thinking that they would pick up the phone to me, or they were going to email me back. I then received a message within 6 hours saying, could you put this into an email? So they wanted me not to pick up the phone to them. They weren't going to pick up the phone to me. They wanted me to replicate what I've just done, but pad it out in an email.
And exactly the same.
Yeah. And I said, pick up the phone. If you want to speak, like I want to speak to you, then just pick up the fucking phone. Let's chat. Within 2 hours they spoke to me, because I knew it was an opportunity that I had to. But this is something that I wanted to address because it's a mentality of this business now. Like Yogurt Top, all of the businesses I've got shares in, businesses that I've got interest in, I say communicate. Pick up the phone. You know, if it's a problem, face it head on.
Yeah.
Don't send an email and let them put their own emotions to it. Because that happens, I've done it, I'm a culprit too, you know, we're all hypocrites in that sense. I've sent emails to clients or customers that are going through a bit of a rough patch with us maybe, you know, it could be an adverse, something's gone wrong, or it could be something regarding, well, it's usually a problem there and more than ours, obviously I'm going to say that, but do you know what I mean? They will communicate and before you know it, 6 or 7 emails gone forward and backwards and then the emotion is being added to it. Yeah. So you're reading that email in an aggressive way. That person doesn't mean it like that, because when you pick up the phone to them 2 hours later and say, let's get this shit sorted, let's stop beating around the bush, let's stop sending emails to each other, which is only slowing us down and reducing productivity and not allowing us to carry on with life. Do you know what I mean? We want to get, time is money, like time is so valuable nowadays. I would rather spend an hour doing this and speaking to 2 human beings about life, about things that are going to change my mentality, because I'm going to walk away from this with things that you've said and you've said that I've never heard you say before, which I know are going to benefit me and benefit the people around me. And that could be in those 3 circles you talked about, me, my family, and the community around me. You know, and I think nowadays everybody needs to communicate more.
Right.
And if you're not, like anybody that's listening to this, pick up the phone. If you want that job, don't just send the CV in a fucking email. Pick up the phone and say, I've seen your brand, like I've done this, I'm qualified, I haven't got the experience, but I want to fucking work for you. I want to work for you because I know if you let me work for you, I'm not only going to work my socks off because I want to show what I can achieve in that short space of time, I'm going to deliver everything that I promise I'm going to deliver you. I've got a CV that says I've got a 2-1 at university, 7, 10, 11, whatever grades at GCSE. You know, we've all got those CVs. It's mine sitting in this record of achievement from 1999 when I left school, and it's not benefited me in life. Life has benefited me. But everything that it all comes back to communicate.
Yeah.
We are programmed that we all listen to the 10 bad comments rather than the 2 amazing ones. Like, that's something that you naturally do. Like if you've got an inbox full of 10 comments, right, and 8 of them are like saying you're an asshole, and 2 of them are saying, you know what, fucking hell, you've really inspired me to change my life. You're always going to focus on the 8 and think, man, fuck, like I've got like 8 people saying I'm an asshole.
That's why it's different in golf, because you always focus on those great shots, you never think about the bad. So if you hit into it, no, it's true. But if you flip that, you should apply that mentality 100%. To that.
But everything in life, it should be that way. Like,
really positive.
If you was to always focus on the little bit of good that you had imagine how much good you could probably create from that, rather than if you focused on the bad shit that comes through. And a lot of the time, it's just bullshit anyway. It doesn't mean anything. It's just someone else suffering with their own ego and their own issues.
But I still think that, and it's going back to Matt fighting this Saturday, and I think we should wrap it up, quite soon, because we're going to get to a point where I think people are going to think, what the fuck. But Matt is a boxer. He gets in that ring, and there's only one place he can go, and that's towards his opponent and knock the shit out of them. And he's got to win that match, because even if he goes in and he puts up a great fight, then they're forgotten, aren't they? You never see a boxer that's had 50 fights, lost 47 of them, and they say, great boxer. With music, genre is different. You can love reggae, but you can love drum and bass. You can love drum and bass, but listen to indie. Can you see what I mean? Like, there is no... The thing I love about music, I think, is the most important source in life, because I think music is the only thing that truly connects people, influences people in their decisions. You look at good adverts, music behind it, not just words. Do you know what I mean? Not just emotion. Film, exactly.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
Music is so, like, you're in an industry that is so powerful. Music controls. Not controls, that's the wrong word.
It does,
music,
though.
It
does
to a
control,
degree.
It does control people.
But it creates and inspires and creates opportunity.
Make you feel depressed, make you feel scared.
Yeah, you could listen to a track, right? If I'm in a bad day and I put a reggae track on, there's a number of tracks that I've got, but I put a track that I really like on. Changes.
But that's why that was killed, though.
Well, have you ever watched a scary film and press it on mute? You're not scared?
No.
Hell no.
You watch a scary film and put it on, so it's
but you said music can't. But music can control people, and music has controlled people in the past, and controlled certain things where it has scared authorities, where it has scared governments and stuff like that. Because you have people like Bob Marley, who was creating these movements where people were like, "Oh shit! Like, we don't have to go to war. We can just love each other, and everything could be cool." And that started to change the whole dynamic of everything. And then people were like, "Okay, shit, this isn't profitable. We need to get rid of this." So it definitely has the power. And even now, like, look, as soon as Beyonce puts out a tune about single ladies or about whatever, you have the whole movement towards that. As soon as Drake puts out a tune, you have the movement towards that. As soon if you're a DJ in a club, you have control of everyone's mood in that club. You have control of everyone in that club. If you put a few grime tracks on and maybe orchestrate a mosh pit, you can change the whole atmosphere of that place. And even music now, like, is very violent music. It's very root-based music where people are talking about survival and money and cash and bitches and hoes, and there's no respect in music anyway.
You're going to walk out to music. That's what happens, isn't it? You're going to walk out to a track, and that's that track you've chosen because it's going to create. It's going to give you the mindset you need walking into that good feeling.
My music's a good feeling.
It's going to carry you through that ring walk into the ring.
For me, right, I chose carefully about the music that I'm going to come out to, and the reason being is because for me it's a journey. I want to share it with everybody in that arena. So you guys are coming. I want you to believe that you're part of that journey with me. So all of my social media posts are all about the journey that I'm doing at the moment. I will be ready. I will be doing this.
We talked about
so on and so forth. We did, we sat here months ago.
Create the journey.
So when I turn up and my music plays, I want them to feel that they're a part of it. I want them dancing, I want them singing with my music, I want them so on and so forth. So when I get in there and I perform and I put on that entertaining show for these people and walk away with the win, then they feel like they're a part of that journey, and that's then when I can finish that journey, go out, shake everyone's hand, have my pictures taken, do what we need to do, and thank everybody for spending their hard-earned cash to come and enjoy the day. So that's
smash the shit out of him and walk away.
Exactly. Well, I'll do the same thing with him. I'll beat him up and I'll go and shake his hand and have some pictures with him and say thanks for turning up and all that. Got to move back on to and show him the same respect. So that's for me what it's all about.
Cool. Are we finishing? Should we finish with a good look or anything like that? I don't think it needs it.
Just fade it out there.
Cool. Big respects.
Only an hour and 3/4 worth of content.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Not 15 minutes.
That was dope though.